Hello guys, welcome to today's session. This is officially day 13 of our AI Summer Bootcamp, and I told you this is the day we actually build the projects that we have all been choosing right from Monday. So if you've ever been scrolling through Facebook and you found an ad in between your videos, let's say you are watching through Facebook feed and in the middle of your video, or just at the beginning, after like maybe 10 seconds or 15 seconds, it switches to an ad, right? An ad plays for like maybe 5 seconds and then it switches back to your video. That particular ad is usually most of the time, let's say 7 out of 10 ads you see are all digital products. They are inviting you to click a link to either sign up or download a particular digital product, which could be an ebook, it could be anything. Right, so we are trying to create a digital product for our own business in order to sell on Facebook or all these other platforms. Facebook, Seller, Chariot, Easy Africa. There are so many platforms that we can sell our own ebooks or our own digital products. It doesn't have to be an ebook, but if an ebook is what you want to create based on the demand of that particular ebook, then we are going to create it today, as well as Amazon KDP. We are also talking about SaaS products. Let's say, for example, a simple ERP, your enterprise resource planning software. This simple ERP could be for businesses in Benin Republic or maybe in your country, right? A lot of businesses, especially those that have to do with sales. A business that has to do with sales usually have problems with inventory, with stocks, and with payments and everything. So you can actually develop a software that can help them with all these kind of things. And the SaaS product we are developing here must not just be, ERP softwares. It could be any kind of software, depending on the problem that people are facing in your locality or people are facing in your community or your country, okay, or in the place you live. So the best way to go about this to find the best products to create is to ask ChatGPT or Claude or Google the top 10 problems people face in that your niche or in that your locality. All right. Just you can say your niche, or you can just ask Claude the top 10 problems that people face in my country or in my state. Okay. Claude will go ahead and give you those problems. Now you find the problems and then you go ahead and ask it the SaaS product you can create to solve those problems. That already gives you the kind of product you create. And then you now come back to this video again and I'll teach you exactly how you can create those kind of SaaS products. I will give you everything from beginning to the end, including the UI UX interface, the free Claude Code platforms you are going to use to create those SaaS softwares. And also those on digital products. Again, if you're on digital products, you want to create a digital product, this video is going to educate you on how to create those things step by step, including generating a manuscript for your ebooks and other things that you can probably do. But this one is just a foundation. You can go ahead and add, layers to your product. If you want to add more things like checklists and other things inside your ebooks or your product, you can go ahead and add that. But this video is just a basic foundation on how you can go ahead and create it. By all means, please go further and make your products, refine your products basically, and make it better. If you're ready for this tutorial, let's dive in. So let's start with the SaaS products because that won't take a little bit of time or more time than the digital products. Okay, I will tell you exactly how you can find digital products to create and exactly how you can create them. But let's all start with the SaaS products. If you are creating a SaaS product, be it a software or whatever it is, you're going to need an AI agent that's going to develop everything for you. And the best tool to do that would be Claude Code. So we are going to go ahead and get Claude Code. So before you go ahead and download Claude Code, let me just say this. Claude Code charges $17 every single month. So if you want to get Claude Code, you head over to Anthropics, you pay your $17 and you get Claude Code. But we are not paying anything here, are we? No, we are using this free repository, this completely open source repository on GitHub. We install it, we get our Claude Code, and then we use it for free to build all the softwares or all the SaaS products that we are going to do. So we are not paying anything. But if you do want to get the Claude Code, you can go ahead, go over to Anthropics, get your Claude Code, pay your $17, and then you are ready to dive into the next step. So, but I will link this particular repo I'm talking about in the comment section or in the description of this particular video. So you can go ahead and click it and also follow the step-by-step guide on how to install this particular repo inside of your computer system. It allows you to create any kind of product that you want to create, any kind of software, be it a website, be it a ERP software or whatever it is, even an application. It allows you to create them inside of your computer system and opens a local host where you can see the interface and UI of everything that you're doing. All right, so let me go ahead and show you the repo. I will actually give you two options here in case maybe the first one you're having issues with it, because especially when you are trying to install it, it does return some errors. You may have to repeat the process multiple times before the installation is complete. So I will give you two options here. You can install the first one in your system or the second one in your system. Again, if you are confused on exactly how this is done, you can just drop your error in the comment section. I'll try as much as possible to reply all the errors that you may encounter when trying to install this particular repository inside your computer system. All right, so here we are, and thanks to this particular developer, we have him giving us this completely open source Claude Code in order to install it in our computer system. If you check very well, we have up to like 48,000 stars. So we have 48,000, let's say, devs or people generally that do love what this guy has put out here. So let me just go ahead and show you exactly how you can install this particular Claude Code inside of your computer system. So again, depending on the computer system you're running, if you're running Mac OS or Linux, or your command, and then you paste this particular prompt there, depending on the kind of computer system you're using. Um, but if you are on Windows, you just open up the Windows PowerShell and then you paste this other prompt inside of the PowerShell. Okay, but if you don't know what we are talking about here, since I'm on Windows, I'll just go ahead and open up the PowerShell. You go here and then you type the PowerShell. And as you can see here, we have Windows PowerShell. You go ahead and open it or run it. So you can see here my PowerShell has loaded, and I will go ahead and copy this, right? I'll go ahead and copy this and paste it inside of my PowerShell. Paste. I'll paste this PowerShell and I will hit enter. But I've already done this entire process, and I'm just going to explain through what the errors you're going to encounter, what they are, and how to fix those errors. Okay, so once you hit this and you hit enter, I'm going to prompt you to reply yes or no to some coding agents. You'll probably see few coding agents like Claude, Codex, and a lot of them. But the ones that are probably going to give you error are client. So if client gives you error, you can just type no or N. If it doesn't give you error, you can go ahead and just type yes. So, but just to be clear, if you hit enter on this, immediately I press enter, it's going to prompt me to reply yes or no to some coding agents. So those coding agents, at least you should install one coding agent. If you can be able to successfully install one coding agent, then you are through to the next step. If you have not installed Python on your computer system, do not worry. I will not give you another video on telling you how to install Python. This particular entire thing we have just pasted here will install every single dependency that we are going to need to do everything we are going to do. Okay, so it's going to install Python, it's going to install other things that we are going to need. So you don't have any kind of separate tutorial for installing other separate things there. So just do this, hit enter, and then all the questions going to ask you, just type yes, yes, yes. And when you get to that particular client, if you see client there, maybe to install client, give permission to install client, try yes. If probably it gives you error, then you rerun this code again, this entire code again, and then you type no, basically just say n. Then it will skip that particular installation for client and do the rest of the things that are under there. Okay, so but this thing is very straightforward. Whether or not you have any knowledge of coding, it doesn't really matter. Just copy and paste this thing and hit enter. It's as simple as that. What we are trying to do here is to set up our Claude environment so that we can Claude code environment so that we can start building that particular software for our niche, right? And even if you want to, again, if you want to do digital products, this can also still come in handy in terms of creating your digital products and also creating content table, things like that. So definitely, if you have a laptop, you have a PC, go ahead and do this. Follow this tutorial. So again, if you hit enter and you are done with everything, the next thing you want to do after you are done, I'll just go ahead and create a new PowerShell. The next thing you want to do after you're done is to type FCC. So once you go ahead and type this FCC server, it's going to open up a server which is in your local host where you can go ahead and configure the rest of the things needed. So I'm going to walk you through how to configure the rest of the things needed. So once you type this again, it's going to open up this interface you are seeing here. It's going to open something like this. You can see this is a complete local host here from my computer system. So once I type this, I'm going to head over to NVIDIA to get an API key that we're going to use for our Claude Code. You can also have other API keys here if you have your own, if you want to pay for anyone. Gemini's from DeepSeek, from Google Vertex, and other providers, But we are going to use NVIDIA because it's actually free to use. So where can you get this API key? I'm going to show you right away. So head over back to the repo where we copied that particular link that we used for Claude Code. So head back here, scroll down to the third part and copy this link, right? Copy this link, open up a new tab and paste. Once you paste it in a new tab, you'll be prompted to sign in your email or write your email. You go ahead and write the email. The next thing after opening your account, you'll be told to verify your phone number. So go ahead and put your phone number. It should take like 5 minutes. You verify your phone number, and then you should be logged in on this interface. So this interface allows you to generate a free API key. So go ahead and generate this API key. You copy it, and then you come back to the interface where you have the different providers. When you reach here, you just scroll down. You scroll down to this particular section here where we have NVIDIA API key, and then you paste the API key you got from NVIDIA. Once you paste it, you click validate. It will validate the API key, and then you click apply. So once it's done, you are officially ready to launch Claude Code. So you go back to your terminal window again, and then after the server, you go ahead and type FCC Claude. Here you can call in Claude, and then it opens Claude. So once that is set, you'll be logged in on your Claude. You can see here we have here Claude. You can go ahead and type I just to test out the environment. So I can hit I. So you go ahead and type hi just to test out the environment. So I said hi, and then it said hello, how can I help you today? I'm here to assist with software engineering task, whether it's code review, debugging, deep research, or on technical topics or building applications. Did you hear that? So it asked me what would you like to work on. So just to tell you that this thing is actually working very properly, we are using Opus 4.8 to generate whatever we are doing here. And I just typed hi just to show you that this particular Cloud Code is working without paying any single dime. Okay, so again, that is how to set it up. And there are basically some few things I would like to, tell you before you go ahead and start building whatever software or SaaS software that you want to build. First one is this permission bypass. You definitely some things will annoy you about this particular Cloud Code because it does ask you for permissions every single time it wants to execute a task, which is kind of good because you don't want it to use, especially if you're on paid accounts. There are some things you don't want it to use your tokens to generate. So definitely asking for permission before it goes ahead to execute that task because that task is going to consume tokens, which is your money. Asking for permission is logical, is very good, but to some extent, it's actually very annoying, especially because you have to sit down there and keep asking it to, keep giving it permission. Enter yes, yes, yes before it can execute a single task. So again, if you want to bypass all those permission and just give it a task and allow it to run on its own, consuming the tokens that are available in the accounts, then you need to set up this bypass permission on your computer system. I'm going to drop the code under this comment section or in the description. So you can just copy that code, paste it into Cloud Code, and it will bypass all these questions. It will bypass everything and continue with the execution of the task you ask it to do. So that is one. Now, what else are we going to do? What next? We have our Cloud Code ready. What next? First of all, if you have your Cloud Code ready, you have your product in mind, your product idea in mind, and you've also developed a PRD for that product. If you have not developed a PRD for that product, let me walk you through exactly how to see a product. Now, if in order to see a digital product or a SaaS product that you can create and sell online, just open up ChatGPT. Ask it, what are, I've gone ahead to type this. I said, what are the biggest problems men face when it comes to food? And can I sell the solution as a digital product to help solve this problem? Again, you can write men. Let me just change this to women, to be honest. Um, so, what are the biggest problems women face when it comes to food? And can I sell the solution as a digital product to help to help solve this issue? And I'll hit enter here. Yes, it says yes. In fact, some biggest food-related problems women face are problems that can be solved with information, planning tools, coaching frameworks, templates, and communities. Right, all of which can be packaged as a digital product. You see, so this is how to find the digital. In fact, this is the easiest way to find a digital product to create and sell online. So biggest problems women face around food. What do I cook? Right. So you're looking at a meal planner. Right. Another thing we have here, let me see what it says. So digital product ideas under this particular problem is an AI meal planner. I just said that, right? Another one is weekly meal planning templates, family meal system, 30 days of easy dinner plans. Again, these are all digital product ideas you can create with this particular one. Another problem is eating healthy on a budget. Digital products under this particular problem: budgets, database, grocery cost calculator, $50 per week family meal plans, regional meal problems for African households, weight loss without starvation. This is another problem. You can see all the products is listed here. Lack of time, and look at the products is listed here: iron deficiency and women's nutrition. You can see the products. I don't want to really go over all these different things here. These are all digital products. You can basically pick anyone, right? You can basically pick anyone, and this video is meant to teach you how to create any of these things. Well, not all of them are going to follow the exact same step that this video is going to follow, but these things actually provides at least a framework to work with when you are producing this particular digital product. Again, you can go ahead and pick anyone. I've gone ahead to pick mine, and I've started doing something just to show you as an example of what to do. So here I'll just maybe take something like a AI family meal planner. This sounds very nice, right? This is a SaaS product, AI family meal planner. I'm going to control C this, and we are going to replace it here, right? And then we are going to ask ChatGPT to give us a complete PRD, a product requirement documentation document for this particular product. Okay, so develop. So again, this is where we are. We have a working PRD for this. So again, look at the product vision. Help busy families eliminate the daily stress of deciding what to eat by automatically generating affordable, personalized meal problems, shipping lists, grocery and purchasing recommendations that fit the family budget, dietary needs, and preferences. You can customize this, to an African setting or a West African setting, or depending on the region or part of the world you're watching this video from. But this is actually exciting. I'm actually very, very excited to build something like this. Okay, click here, go back to maybe notepad, copy it there and save it as .md. Now, what do we have? Again, let me list the things that we have set up. We have set up Claude Code, and then we have a product. Now we have a PRD for our product. What else? The next thing to do here is to look for a UI. Okay, a user interface. How is the product going to look like? Okay, because this is obviously probably a mobile app. The way I'm looking at this product is going to look like a mobile app, right? Or just at least a software. So people go in there, families go in there to basically find or chat with AI and find what to cook, because it's a meal planner, right? So you need to look for a UI or user interface that you like, something online, all right? Because you building a UI from scratch is actually going to be time consuming. So providing Claude with maybe a UI that can just edit and put your own, meal planner, whatever, inside of the UI, instead of building something from the scratch, is very, very important, and it's going to save you a lot of time. Now I'm going to give you, right, you can get free UIs, so that you can just install that skill inside of your Cloud Code, and then you can just drop this PRD inside Cloud Code and watch it do the magic. So again, I'm going to give you 3 websites you can get UIs from for completely free. The first one here is Referral. Referral gives you ability to, see different UIs. I'm just going to scroll here. The first thing you do here is, if you want to search maybe for a particular thing, maybe food, you can go ahead and type that here and search for food. But if you don't want to search, you can just scroll down here and see what you like. Okay, I can navigate to maybe apps. Okay, maybe iOS apps or just apps, right? And then I will see the kind of app I want. You can see, if I like this, I'll just take a screenshot of what the app looks like. And then I will take it to Cloud Code and tell it that this is exactly what I want. You should go ahead and design something like this one. So again, the next one here is mobbing. If you do like this particular one, you can go ahead and check it out. There are different UIs you have here. You can just pick anyone you like, and yeah. So these are basically my top two, and there are other ones you definitely can check out. I would also drop the links to all three in the comment section. You can go ahead and check it out yourself. Take anyone, take a screenshot of it, and then we are ready to head over to Cloud Code to start building the software. So again, the things I want you to have before we head over to Cloud Code now is: one, I want you to have your PRD setup. right? You have your Claude Code. I want you to have your PRT setup. I want you to have the screenshot of your UI. I want you to have the screenshot of your UI so that when we head over to Claude Code, all you just need to do is to paste your PRD and then the screenshot of your UI, and then you click send, and it's going to go ahead to use that screenshot, edit whatever is in the UI, and then put in your own information inside of it. That's just it. Um, just as a bonus, before you go ahead and navigate to Claude Code, I need you to install skills into Claude Code. Claude Code doesn't know how to build or design a UI, right? So I need you to install skills into Claude Code to help you to design different areas of your software. For example, like the dashboard, reports, different area of your software. It needs skills to do that. So to train Claude on these skills, you need free open source skills on GitHub again to install these things here. So I'm going to link you to the SaaS starter, uh, which is built the SaaS starter foundation, which is built with Next.js. So I'm going to link you to that particular repo. You just go ahead and copy it and install it inside of Cloud Code. That's all. Just copy it, install it inside of Cloud Code. So that's why we need to install that skill first before we start building anything that we are building. So here I'm going to drop this link in the comment section as well, so you can go ahead and install this skill inside of Cloud Code. If you followed me up until this point in this video and you've not yet liked the video, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe. It really helps the channel. It encourages me as well. So you can go ahead and copy this. Obviously, you can read all through. You can read the document, but obviously, I've done the reading for you. You can also read by yourself so you can understand. Go ahead to this get started or get it started. Copy this and install. Just copy this. Open up your Claude Code, paste it there basically. Copy this and paste it instead of a Claude Code. That's all. And hit enter. It's going to install the different skills it requires for building your softwares. Okay. So the things that this particular repo actually has, when you install it, is the features it has is, for example, marketing landing page, okay, a pricing page, a dashboard page, okay, subscription management with Stripe if you want to use Stripe in your software, um, email password authentication, and there are a lot of things it does have that probably are not even mentioned here. I've used it and I see the skills it has; they are enormous. Okay, so again, part of this Stripe, I know that Stripe is not authorized in this part of the world. Like it's not authorized in Benin or so most West African or even African countries. I don't know for a lot of African countries, but I know for the one I'm in right now. So I know Stripe is not authorized for this particular place, but the payment gateway that we use usually is MTN Mobile Money or Move Mobile Money or all these kind of things. We are also going to install that particular one for our software so that if there's anything you want, maybe your clients subscribe a monthly subscription basis, they can actually subscribe using those payment gateways so that so that it can be easier for them to do that. So again, we are going to log into, maybe we are going to use things like Paystack instead of Stripe in order to collect payment from clients, basically. So again, you can skip this particular step, but it doesn't hurt to actually install this skill inside of Claude so that it can actually have the skill just to have it. So that is that for that. If you have this skill installed in your Claude Code, let me go ahead and tell you what you have right now. You have PRD for your product. You have a product. You have a PRD for that product. Secondly, you have installed this skill inside of Claude Code. Now you are ready to build your product. Now that you are ready with everything that I just mentioned here, it's time to dive into Claude Code and start to build your software. So once you are inside here, the first thing you want to do here is to explain to just a quick sentence explaining to Claude exactly what you want to build or design. Okay, and once you do that, you go ahead and paste the PRD for that particular product that you want to do, right? So once you do that, you paste it into Claude, you follow the instructions. If you have this bypass permissions turned on, it won't ask you for constantly asking you for permission to execute any task it wants to execute. It just go ahead and execute those tasks without permission. So you can wait for it for like maybe 10 minutes, whatever amount of time it takes for it to completely debunk whatever you are trying to build and tells you the next step to follow. So Claude Code is very interactive, and you basically need to follow it step by step to understand what it's telling you. And it just asks you for different options. It give you different options basically and ask you to choose whatever option that you prefer. So I do like the way it actually does interact with the users. I mean Claude Code. I do like the way it actually does interact with the users. So if you have all the requirements I mentioned there, go ahead and type a sentence explaining what your PRD is about. If you have that, go ahead and paste it into this particular terminal window here, paste it inside here, and then you hit enter. Cloud Code will go ahead and process this particular PRD and tell you the next step. It's basically, I will just tell you everything it will do for you. The first thing it will do for you is to open up a directory or a folder into your in your computer system and store that project inside of that particular directory, so that whenever you want to open up Cloud Code, basically anytime you open up Cloud Code, it's going to open up a new chart which has no memory of what it did before. So you probably will not be able to start from where you stopped if you just open up a new chart like that. But if it opened up a directory in your folder or your computer system that stores all the information you need or you have done previously, then when you open up a new chart, you can just navigate to that folder it created during the first time you were building that project. You should navigate to that folder and then you can start from where you stop. Or you just backslash resume. Type backslash resume and then Claude will go ahead and resume from where it stopped the last time you guys chatted. So these tools are very handy. They come in handy, especially if you don't want to go over the headache of re-explaining your business and your projects, all over again whenever you start a new chat. It can be very, very annoying. So backslash resume is one of the command you can use inside of Cloud Code in order for you to resume from where it stopped. Basically it's created a directory. So again, if it does create that directory, it will go ahead and start to build. It will give you prompts, basically all the things that are listed inside of your PRD. It will give you options you can choose. You can go ahead and do everything from step by step, and your software will be ready. You can see this is a software and it has gone ahead and create everything for me. The next thing I just need to do here is to open up the UI and then we'll see how it does look like. So as you can see here, guys, it's actually loading, and the next thing it's going to do is to launch the software. So because this video is getting too long, I'm going to stop here, and when this thing is done, I'm going to share with you the results on my different platforms. Smash the like button for this video. It's going to encourage the channel as well. Go ahead and follow Premium AI so that you can see exactly when this thing is done. I'll be posting the results in my channels across this Facebook, TikTok, and also on YouTube. So again, this journey, I've been excited in this journey, of preparing products. And for digital products, again, like I said, this video has been long. So in the part two of this video, I'm going to show you the exact step by step in order to launch your digital products. Things like ebooks and all those other things. I'm going to show you different websites. You can also go and design your cover photos and the rest of them. So again, thank you guys. I will launch the app and I will show you exactly in the part two of this video. See you guys next time.